Good morning, everybody. Today I'd like to talk about commitment and how valuable committing to something or someone or to an idea or to one's creator might be. And the thing about commitment that we all know by about the age of 3 is that it doesn't come easy. In fact, I'm convinced the more we commit ourselves to something that is good for us or for others or for heaven, for the universe, earth and heaven, the more we're committed to something that's positive, the more resistance we will encounter. There's the negative force of the universe that will come to us and say, I don't want that good thing affected by your commitment. So I'm going to try to convince you of all the reasons you shouldn't be committed. And most everybody that's watching right now or ever sees this is going to go, you know what, I kind of know what he talks about. It is hard to be committed. And that's point one to know. Yes, it is hard, but it's still something we ought to do, and we will be rewarded if we do it. Commitment is really good stuff. Now, I could talk about being committed to work, committed to a relationship, committed to all sorts of, committed to a creative project, all sorts of things. But today I want to specifically talk about being committed to a little project that quite a few of us have sort of signed up for and pledged to be a part of, that on every Friday and Saturday, we're choosing something to fast from, some form of fasting. Now, it does not have to be, that you eat nothing and sit in ashes and sackcloth all day, completely separated from the world and beating yourself with cat o' nine tails and praying and making it utterly miserable. I mean, if that's what God calls you to do, great. But some form of fasting, of saying, today I'm going to do without beef or pork or alcohol or all three or carbs. But of course, if your doctor says, no, you shouldn't go a whole day with no calories, don't go a whole day with no calories. But don't also use your doctor saying don't fast as an excuse to be uncommitted and lazy, because the dark force can use your doctor's words and your ears so that you can interpret, oh, great, I don't have to fast or pray this Friday, Saturday. I'll just watch stupid news stations on cable all day and listen to their opinionated, country dividing, corporate profit increasing agents of darkness that want to take us away from our commitment to a better world, which will be effected by fasting and praying. Commitment's good stuff. And you don't quit when the going gets rough. That's not commitment. Commitment presumes some difficulty. So, what I'm inviting people to do is get some skin in the game. Don't think, that's what he said's too hard for me. Think, what can you do that involves an element of getting yourself involved, some element of difficulty, self-sacrifice. And people at Epiphany have found it. Somebody told me, I eat the same candy every single day, this little chocolate caramel candy. I eat it every single day. I am not eating that candy on Friday and Saturday. Good for you. That's a commitment. Now, in addition to fasting, we're also going to commit to praying. And we're doing this for a purpose. As grandiose as it sounds, we're actually taking as fact, taking as true, what Jesus of Nazareth said 2,000 years ago, which is that huge problems, huge difficulties, huge illnesses can only be battled through fasting and prayer. Not a committee meeting, not a vestry meeting, not a board meeting, not a little time spent on the phone, and not through a Google search. No, fasting and praying. It's as true now as it was then. It might sound old-fashioned. I think one of the reasons we don't like it is because we know it's difficult and it's hard to commit to. But you can do it. God will give you the power to do what God desires to make your life and the life of the world the place that God intends it to be. God does not intend us to have COVID on this planet and to die from it. That is not God's will. God's will is not for us to live in an uninformed, divided, angry, rock-throwing country. That is not God's will. If we commit ourselves to something better, we'll get something better. And the way to do it, the best way to do it is through fasting and praying. So yes, I'm inviting you, no excuses, come up with something you can live without. Remember, you can fast from slothfulness too. You can fast from anything that's bad for you. Fast from any addiction. Whatever you know is wasting your time, wasting your life energy, give that up. At least give it up for Fridays and Saturdays. And then Sunday, either virtually or right here on this beautiful deck at the Epiphany Episcopal Church, we're getting together and praising God and breaking the fast with a communion wafer on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. It's a beautiful thing. And the whole time we're doing it in the confidence that this is making us as individuals better people. We're benefiting the community. We're benefiting Las Vegas and Nevada. We're benefiting the whole world. This is God's will for us. How do we make it happen? We commit to making it happen. So may God give you the direction, the energy, the focus, and the power, the strength to commit and stay committed to making all these positive things happen. That's what I got. Happy Wednesday. We'll see you later today at Supper, Song, and Praise, which lots of people commit to making a part of their week every Wednesday, just like I've committed to baking bread every Wednesday, which I'm going to go do right now. All right. I love you. God bless.